Welcome back to LimQ Plus, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which is today in 36 days. I actually learned something about Breath of the Wild just now that I did not know after around 6,000 hours of playtime. Let me know if you knew this. I'm hunting down the last things I need for 100% completion, and I got 13 on my map, which is almost enough to get it to 100%, but I'm missing 3 things. And until today, I did not know that every single step of Tarrytown, because it adds a shop and changes the map, actually adds a little bit of map completion to the counter. In 100%, this was never a question because we had to finish the quest anyway, but in this specific circumstance, this is something that I just found out about and never knew. That being said, what's also pretty cool is that I actually missed the Zonai ruins on this file somehow. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm probably going to get this location at the very end. It just makes sense to me. And I'm going to jump into it now. I want to talk about the Zonai today, and while I think they might actually not be present in Tears of the Kingdom, or they might be, but when the Sky Islands first arrive, I think they are dead. Oh my god, wait, this is literally perfect. I was gonna reference this. This is what I was gonna reference. This green light of Mount Story is what kind of sparked this entire theory for me. This is literally perfection. I wanted to talk about this. This is probably gonna be in a thumbnail. This green light to me looks exactly like the green energy we see on falling debris in Tears of the Kingdom when these island pieces fall down. This looks like the green energy that connects the constructs. This is the only thing in this game that truly reminds me of it. It also kind of looks like the flames around the king, and even these flames here. Let me see, Bosa's Fury maybe? You see those flames? Those green flames that show up? This is, oh here, this is easier. Naruk's Protection. This is the color of spirit energy in this game. We also talk about how luminous stones potentially, I think it's in here, which some believe to be the souls of the dead. They presumably glow in the luminous stones. All of these glow in this color, which is the only time we see this color in Breath of the Wild, and it represents spirits, souls, and this is something that I'm sure other people have brought up, but I've actually been thinking about this more. Now, this green energy is also related to Link's new hand. It seems to be powering up things like the big golem boss, things like the constructs, maybe even the islands themselves in a way. And why do I think, like, how does this all fit together? So what if the constructs are actually powered up by the power of spirits? What if the golem is powered up by the power of spirits, or the islands themselves? Now, I'm gonna make a reference to a different game that I've been obsessed with recently, because I recently finished my first playthrough, and I've been watching other people play it non-stop, and this is gonna be pretty interesting. I'm not gonna spoil that game here. Play this game yourself. It's like, if I recommend you one game right now that's not Breath of the Wild, play this game. Play it. And don't, probably stop the video here, honestly, after I told you its name, and just play the game. Maybe actually no, stay tuned, because I'm not going to spoil it, but the game is called Outer Wilds. And what makes Outer Wilds so interesting is that there is, and this is pretty funny, a tribe called the Nomai. So it's almost Zonai, not quite, it's actually the Nomai. And what's interesting about the Nomai is that we know that they are an old race. We don't really know much about them, and we don't really find them in the solar system that Outer Wilds plays in. But they have left countless of clues, countless of little systems around the solar system, like little tech and stuff, literally tech, I guess, which is exactly what reminds me of Tears of the Kingdom again. They left tech around the solar system to help you now prevent a catastrophic event. Like, that is literally basically the description to both Outer Wilds and potentially Tears of the Kingdom. What if the Zonai are no longer alive, but they left the constructs and the Sky Islands for the case this happens? The case Ganon ever breaks free. I'm kind of having like a mind-blown moment right now, because this just makes so much sense. I obviously could be completely wrong here. Here again, very nice showcase. Let me actually remove this light. This pin, so we can look at it more precisely. This obviously represents the Lord of the Mountain, right? Another spirit in the game. This is kind of cracking me up right now, because the similarities in my mind right now between the potential of Outer Wilds, and if you play the game, it's going to be even more crazy, and Tears of the Kingdom could be so strong. Outer Wilds came out in 2019, by the way, in case you're curious. So it could even be possible Nintendo was somehow... I'm not sure if this is possible, but they could maybe have been inspired by it, because it is an amazing game. Really, again, highly recommended. And again, just to break it down, the Zonai in Outer Wilds left tech behind in the solar system for the protagonist to solve a huge catastrophic event, and this could be exactly what happens in Tears of the Kingdom. What if the Zonai were around 10,000 years ago? They were the ones battling Ganon. They managed to seal him eventually, but they also constructed a kind of like last resort plan for when the seal breaks. What if Ganon breaks loose? And these could be things like the Sky Islands. These could be things like the constructs that are actually being powered by their spirit energy. Okay, this is basically the point I wanted to make in this video. And what I've been thinking about and how this all makes sense. Now, do I think we will never meet a Zonai ever? No. I think... Sorry, that was not the point I was gonna make. Yes, I think we will meet one. I kind of phrased that question poorly. I think we will meet one, or maybe not directly, but at least be able to talk to them through the power of recall. I think the power of recall existing makes us make much more sense. Around the Sky Islands, there's actually dead constructs that people have found. Maybe you can recall those. Maybe you can even recall constructs. Maybe, I think in the shot that we got of Tears of the Kingdom being delayed, with Link talking to this yellow energy, I think that yellow energy is actually a spirit that is being recalled by Link, which is why the color is yellow. The recall rune is yellow. This is again all just a theory, so give me your own thoughts about this too. The yellow orb is just a, in my opinion, just basically a projection from the recalling rune, because Link is recalling something. Maybe he's recalling the Master Sword in that shot and able to talk to someone from the past. So there might not even be time travel per se. This might also still be an option. There might also still be time travel where we actually go back and meet the Zonai and in their prime. Or we'll at least be able to recall them and get their help to prevent this new catastrophic event of Ganondorf potentially taking over the world. I think this actually has just excited me even more, this potential existing. I'm sure a lot of people are a little upset about this idea in general and thinking about it, because this would essentially not be too different from Breath of the Wild, right? A lot of people want the story in Breath of the Wild to be more like unfolding as they played it, right? They didn't like that it was already, everything basically already happened and they had to experience the story through memories, and this wouldn't be much different, but it also would be, because yeah, maybe we throw a time travel element in there, the recalling, so we'll actually be able to maybe talk to them, and the main story is actually still ongoing. We have to prevent the calamity with the help of an ancient civilization that's no longer around, but we can actually talk to them now by using recall. Wait, this suddenly makes so much sense to me that I'm kind of scared that I'm right. Because the fun of Tears of the Kingdom speculation would obviously be over the second you know what the game is about. And this to me sounds so convincing, and again, I could be completely wrong here, that it's kind of scaring me. Like, this makes a lot of sense to me. An ancient civilization that prevented the calamity before has taken measures to be able to protect the kingdom again in the future, and through the power of recall, Link is able to communicate with them and get their help. Oh man, I hope I'm wrong, at least in some ways there, because that would be kind of boring if we just figured out Tears of the Kingdom. Again, I'm going a little bit crazy here, just because I'm recently so obsessed with Outer Wilds. But the connections are there in my mind. And the possibilities are there as well, with what we know about the Zonai constructs. Now, again, could end up being completely wrong here, and in fact, Zonais are all over Tears of the Kingdom. They are hidden in some underground caves or on some Sky Islands. That could be the case. I guess we'll know soon. I can't believe that we got the Lord of the Mountain to spawn. I actually cannot see... Oh, wait, I remember where this one is. Oh, yeah, I see it. I can't believe we got the Lord of the Mountain to spawn in the beginning of this episode as well, which is perfect as a showcase and an intro about what I wanted to talk about today. And I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna get this last Korok seed. I think this is a balloon here. Over there, yep. I don't know how I missed that one. It's a pretty common one. And yeah, I'm gonna be stretching this playthrough a little bit more. Just so you know, I will probably be doing episodes where I'm gonna be farming wood and just talk about something, rant about something at the same time. At the same time, we'll be getting Korok Seed C, and then we have to construct Tarrytown. Then I will probably leave it at the point where I only need the Zonai Ruins, but instead of getting the Zonai Ruins, also we reach 99%, which I think is pretty cool. But by the time we only need Zonai Ruins, I'm probably going to install the DLC, get those other percentage points first, and then finish it all off with the Zonai Ruins, and then we do some other stuff in the playthrough as well. But please let me know. I'm actually so excited. I want to read your comments about this theory, because I'm kind of freaked out right now, because in my mind was like, oh wait, this is literally it. No? But maybe not. Let's discuss it in the comment section. Obviously keep it leak free, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.